Hey everybody, how you doing? Today is February 4th. It's about 35 degrees or so around lunchtime. So I decided before I go to work today, I'm just gonna come check on a few hives just to see how they made it through, or if they made it through that cold spell we had. We still got snow and ice on the ground. I brought some fondant out here. And actually the bees are flying a little bit. I guess some of these top entrances flying around. There's bees all over the ground. I got all the bricks off the top, so this little nuke will check. They probably perished. But let's see what we got here. All right, so they made it. Just going through, checking, see if any need any food. There's a cluster right there. They have plenty of honey in this box. So they shouldn't need any fondant. Let's see here. They're eating their fondant. They got a nice cluster. Bees are crazy, man. Like, you know, we got down to -8 degrees Fahrenheit for a couple days, and then hard winds. And the bees, man, they just always find a way to make it through. That's a good cluster there. I'll move that bag over. But yeah, so I'm just going around today. Just kind of insurance for myself, make me feel good to see if my bees. So this hive right here, they're not even in the top box. There is a huge cluster down in the bottom. We split these two boxes about 2 weeks ago. There's a big cluster down here, and this whole box is full of honey. Let's see what we got here. So this is all honey. See if I hear anything. Oh yeah, they're roaring in there. So they're not in their top box either. So they won't need any fondant. This hive looks pretty active. As far as the bees flying and on a cold day. To give them some fondant. They got a cluster more towards the front. It does not look like they have much food down in those cells, so I'll have to give them some food before I leave. All right, check this one. That's a nice cluster. They got honey over here on the right-hand side, I can see. But I'll have to give them some fondant. That single's still pushing. I can see they got about a 4 or 5 frame cluster. They're on the sugar right now. I got to move those bags to the center. Kind of hard to see with the sun glaring. This hive here. They're still kicking too. This was a smaller hive. Let's see. You know, just a small cluster. Well, no, they're decent too. About 4 or 5 frames right there in the center. So I'll give them some more fondant before I leave. Now this hive right here is a little small nuke. I would expect them to not have made it through that cold. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, I didn't expect them to make it. So I'll use this fondant on a good hive. They did eat some of it. But yeah, they were just too small. So I'll pack that up and use that. Let's see here. Here. Just put that fondant. There we go. I can climb up in there and eat that. I was checking the 10-day forecast, and they're calling for some 48s, 45s. So that's good, because really when it gets cold like this, the hives, I mean, if they're all stuck right here, but then they ate all the honey here and they can't get to the honey on the right-hand side because they're so tightly clustered. On those warmer days, they can move up, down, side to side, mainly up. But yeah, that's what we need. It got really, really cold. So yeah, this yard looks good. The one I figured would perish did, but all the other ones look very well. So I checked another yard yesterday. They look good. I lost one over there. That was another small one. But you know, I figure when it gets cold like that, you're gonna lose those small ones. Ideally, I want all my colonies to look like this right here, where the nice 6-7 frame cluster in the bottom, in the deep, and then this time of year, a full box of honey on top, or they might be eating it from the bottom. But you see here on January 11th, the top box is full of honey and there's a large amount of bees down in the bottom. I also had this one, some notes on here. This is could be a breeder for next year. I'll have to see how they are in the spring. They had 0 mites a couple times. So yeah, I'm gonna go through here and top off some of these hives and get the bricks back on them and head on to work. Thanks.